Queen refused Camilla. Charles desperate as the Queen desires nothing to do with her at Buckingham. The Queen furiously responded to Prince Charles' plea to reduce her hostility towards Camilla, and said she wanted nothing to do with her in the late 90s, royal author Tom Bower once claimed. A gradual changing of the guard is underway at Buckingham Palace. The Queen is slowly stepping back from royal engagements due to her age, while Prince Charles is stepping into the limelight. He and Princess Anne comfortably lead the way in the number of royal duties carried out each year. Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, is also shouldering more of the burden, meeting world leaders at the COP26 Leaders Summit last week, and Hollywood A-listers at the latest James Bond film premiere a few weeks ago. Royal expert Howard Hodgson said that the Queen absolutely adores Camilla, but this wasn't always the case. Charles and Camilla tied the knot in 2005, but their relationship dates back to the early 70s. Investigative author and journalist Tom Bower claimed that the Queen had initially refused to have any interaction with Camilla at all. He wrote, "For years, both the Queen and her mother had refused to have anything to do with Charles' mistress. Not only did they not want her present at any royal function, either formal or informal, they actively disapproved of her, and of Charles' relationship with her." Charles told Jonathan Dimbleby, in an interview broadcast in 1994, that he had rekindled his relationship with Camilla after his marriage to Diana had irretrievably broken down. He and Diana separated in 1992 and officially divorced in 1996, but the firm still disapproved of his relationship with Camilla even after he was divorced. After Diana tragically died in a car crash in Paris in 1997, Charles and Camilla worked hard to rehabilitate their image, in the hope that one day they would be accepted as a legitimate couple, but were met with fierce resistance. Mr. Bower wrote that Charles became exasperated by what he termed an intolerable situation, and confronted his mother about it at Balmoral in 1998. He said, he asked that she soften her antagonism so he could live openly with Camilla. His hope was that the Queen, who rarely interfered, would at least not directly forbid it. But on that evening she'd had several martinis, and to Charles' surprise she replied forcefully, she would not condone his adultery, nor forgive Camilla for not leaving Charles alone to allow his marriage to recover. She vented her anger that he had lied about his relationship with what she called that wicked woman, and added, "I want nothing to do with her." Charles was reportedly left distraught by his mother's comments, and stormed out, before tearfully phoning Camilla. Her Majesty's disapproval of Camilla, according to Mr. Bower, wasn't limited simply to moral grounds. He wrote, she was also nervous that her character, exposed in the infamous Camilla Gate tapes 6 years earlier, was that of a shrewd mistress. Charles felt his mother had shown that she had little concern for his happiness, and Mr. Bower alleged neither the Queen nor Queen Mother would allow Camilla to even be in the same room as them. Charles is reported to have changed his tactics following the Balmoral showdown. He invited her to the 60th birthday party for King Constantine of Greece in 2000, knowing that the Queen would not want to miss it. Mr. Bower wrote that the Queen made it clear that she did not want to be introduced to Camilla at the party. The turning point, Mr. Bower claimed, was the Queen Mother's death. Camilla was allowed to attend the funeral, albeit not as Charles' partner, but as a friend of the Queen Mother. Several years later, their engagement was greeted with a statement saying the Queen and Prince Philip were very happy that they could finally marry. The Queen did not attend Charles and Camilla's 2005 wedding because it would have gone against the moral compass of her position as head of the Church of England. She did, however, welcome Camilla to the winner's enclosure in a speech at the wedding celebration, as she referenced the Grand National which fell on the same day. Fortunately, the turning point saw things change for the better. Mr. Hodgson said those two ladies, Camilla and Sophie, Countess of Wessex, the Queen absolutely adores them. The Queen gets on very well with Camilla. She didn't really understand, and was probably guilty of believing what she might not have read, but had been told. Camilla has also made several television and radio appearances, speaking about her mother's battle with osteoporosis and her love of gardening and horse breeding. Reports said she could soon take on a bigger role as one of the councillors of state, a group of senior royals appointed to step in if the Queen cannot perform her official duties.